That's a bold flavor. That is bold.
Fried chicken ice cream.
Nibbling on bacon and chewing on cheese. Fanta, Fanta, don't you wanta? Whoa, that's Good morning on this windy Saturday morning, where it's so windy, I'm not sure if I can vlog outside or not today. But there's Bailey back there looking for a lizard, and both still sleeping. So for today's video, I don't think I'll be spending much time outside. And I have a lot of things to taste test anyway, so this is going to be more food heavy than vlog heavy in this particular video. So I'm going to dispense with my morning observations, jump in my car, and we'll get started there. Man, I had to get out of that wind. I can't vlog like that. I mean, I've tried before and it's never good. So I figured I'll get started with my first taste test here in my car, because I don't have to worry about wind, and I can do it in the privacy and the quiet of my own car. And I can be like a typical generic car food review YouTuber today. But before I get to the taste test, I had to share something with you guys. So last night I was on YouTube before I went to sleep, and I kind of went down this like early reality TV era rabbit hole. I mean, I know there was reality TV before Survivor came out, but Survivor really kind of like popularized it. But man, once Survivor and American Idol came out, like the floodgates opened and all this bad reality TV came out, and I loved all of it. It was awful and I loved it. I was trying to think of some of the shows I used to watch back then. There was one called Playing It Straight, where it was kind of like The Bachelor, but half the guys were gay, and they didn't tell anybody about their orientation. So if she picked the gay guy, he'd win all the money. Very low brow. Then there was Average Joe, where at first it's kind of like a Bachelor with all these nerdy guys, and then the woman forms like these relationships with them, and then they bring all these like hunky guys in there, and it's like the nerds versus the hunks, and in the end, she always ended up picking the hunky guy anyways. Maybe my favorite of the bunch, though, was the Gilligan's Island reality show. There were two teams, of course, like Survivor, that kind of mirrored the Gilligan's Island TV show cast. There was a skipper, there was a farm girl, there was a millionaire, there was a movie star. So they were competing against each other, and I remember one of the skippers, I think, had a heart attack and had to get taken off the show. One of the professors almost drowned because he didn't know how to swim and never told anybody. One of the millionaires was paying Marianne to give him back rubs. It was just weird. It was a weird show. And I loved it. I loved the weirdness. So if any of you guys are into that kind of lowbrow 2000s reality TV, let me know, because even though I know how bad it was, I still liked it. But with that, let's get to my first taste test of the day here. I've got two here in the car and then two later back at home. We're going right into the good stuff. I've been looking forward to this one a lot, and that is Dirty Mountain Dew. I have the regular and the zero here. You dirty little... Oh, not that kind of dirty. These just came out. I've been hearing mostly good things about it, although some people are saying that the 01 ain't so good. So I'm gonna have to see about that. But I'm gonna try the regular first. Now, I know I've mentioned this before. I have a hard time consuming a lot of sugar, so I have to just kind of go light. But we'll see how the sugared version tastes first. Dirty Mountain Dew, which is supposed to be cream soda dew. That's all it's supposed to be. Jumping on that whole dirty soda bandwagon that kind of started online, I think. All right, let's take a quick sniff here. Oh wow, that's a strong cream soda smell to it. It smells like cream soda. I didn't expect it to be like that. I don't know what, I didn't expect anything, but I didn't expect that. What does that smell like? It's a bit of an artificial smell, like an artificial like candy smell. I don't know. I guess everything's artificial nowadays, so what does it matter? Here we go. First taste of the Dirty Mountain Dew Cream Soda Dew. Has almost a candy vibe to it. I get a lot of cream soda up front, and then the Mountain Dew kind of comes way afterwards. It's interesting. I kind of like it. Do I love it? I don't know, but I do like it. That's a bold flavor. That is bold. How much sugar is in this thing? 270 calories and 73 grams of sugar. That's a lot of sugar, man. No wonder. I mean, it's sweet. It is sweet. I like the flavor of it, but man, I don't think I could drink a whole one of these. It would wreck me. Very tasty. The cream soda is very out front. Sometimes they have these new flavors, and the new flavors way in the back. No, the cream soda is more prominent than the Mountain Dew. The Mountain Dew is kind of like second banana here. Let's try the zero version now. Obviously, 5 calories and 0 sugar. This one I'm probably more curious about because I've heard more mixed reactions to. You know what? It's not as strong a smell. On the regular Dirty, that smell was very prominent here. There's almost no smell at all. No, it's not as good. It's not the flavor isn't as strong. It's not as sweet. The artificial sweetener flavor is kind of like more up front than even the cream. It's like sweetener, then cream soda, and then Mountain Dew. It's all right. It's all right. It's not as good as the sugar version, but for someone like me who really can't drink a lot of sugar, would I try this one? I don't know. Let me get in my mindset of just having something to drink without reviewing it here. Probably not. Nah, probably not. It's all right. I wish it tasted like this and then zero sugar version. It's a little bit more mild, not quite as good. I think some people will like it though. I mean, certainly my opinion is not gospel. My opinion doesn't override yours, but I'm giving you mine. And my opinion is that the zero version is more mild, not quite as good. This one is extraordinarily sweet, but pretty tasty. I'll be curious how these go long term. I mean, it feels like a bit of a novelty, but I think this might be a permanent flavor. I don't know. A lot of these soda companies announce these permanent flavors and then they end up backtracking because people don't like them. So the novelty is cool. Will it last long term? That will be determined over time and not by me. And with that, let's move on to the next taste test here. And that is the Fanta Crimson Sour Cherry, which I believe is somehow associated with the Xbox's 25th anniversary. 25 years? How is that possible? The bottle describes this as sour cherry flavored soda and other natural flavors. When you just hold the bottle up, it looks pretty dark, but then you look at it through the light. That's pretty cherry looking. I can't say I've had tons of Fanta in my day. Fanta, don't you wanta? It's not Fanta. Why do they say it like that? I don't know. Oh, look at that bubble. Oh, look at that. You hold to the light, it's a deep red. Oh yeah. Looking at through the light, I'm almost excited about it now. I know Mountain Dew's original slogan was it'll tickle your innards, but I'm hoping this tickles my innards. I'm hoping my innards are laughing. Whoa, that's a very strong cherry smell. Wow, it's a familiar smell. I'm pretty old compared to most people watching this, but I did have kids who were probably mostly your ages, so it kind of reminds me of the Kool-Aid jammers I used to give to my kids when they were little. Let's give this a shot here. It's definitely tart, kind of sourish. It has a very nostalgic flavor. It does taste like a Kool-Aid jammer kind of. If it was like a sour Kool-Aid jammer soda, that's what it tastes like, which isn't bad. This is another sweet one. Let me look at this one. This is 240 calories and a lowly 62 grams of sugar. It still seems very sweet though. It has a kind of a nice tart aftertaste. It's very pleasant. I like it. Could I drink a lot of it? Probably not. It'd wreck me. I think I'll stick with my first description though. A sour cherry Kool-Aid jammers soda. That's what it tastes like. And it's not a bad thing. What if I try the Fanta and the Mountain Dew together? Let's try that. I don't know about that. That's just sugar. That's too much flavor. I don't know. It almost has like a shaved ice flavor to it when you mix them together. Kind of what it tastes like. I don't think I'm gonna do that again. Of these two though, I almost lean towards the Fanta being the better of the two because of that nostalgic cherry flavor. They knocked it out of the park. This one is good. I love cream soda and it's very cream soda forward. I'd be curious what you guys think. I mean, I like both of them. They're both just loaded in sugar and that's probably why they taste so good. Mr. Sensitive to Sugar here is gonna be relegated to my second tier zero version of the Dirty Mountain Dew. Another rabbit hole I went down recently was great songs with terrible lyrics. And the one I ran across by 3 different artists was one called Muskrat Love from the 70s. Now, if you listen to it, it's kind of a beautiful song. But then if you pay attention to the lyrics, you're like, what are they talking about? It's actually a love song about muskrats. And there's lines like nibbling on bacon and chewing on cheese. It's like, man, you had an opportunity to make this into something special and you had to make it a love song about muskrats. I don't know about that, man.
Now to the second taste test of this video, and I'm moving to the big leagues here. I got some ice cream treats here. First up, when I saw on display at my store, fried chicken ice cream. Now I've heard of this before. It's not really fried chicken flavored ice cream for those of you who aren't aware of this, but it's an ice cream treat that looks and supposedly feels like fried chicken. So it's supposed to look like a fried chicken drumstick. It has vanilla ice cream, chocolate bone, and crunchy crumble. And that will supposedly mimic a fried chicken drumstick. A 3-pack of these cost me about 11 bucks. Was not cheap. Someone on Instagram said there's better brands out there than this. This is the first one I found, so this is what I'm going with. If I find a better brand down the road, I'll try that one too. And here we go. Oh, that does look like a drumstick. That does look kind of like a drumstick. At first glance, it is kind of drumstick looking. It's even making a mess like fried chicken does. I like the little plastic container too. That's kind of cool. Anyways, here we go. first taste test. Let's see what it tastes like and feels like. It's supposed to have the texture of fried chicken. Here we go. The bottom just broke off. I see some of the quote unquote bone in there. Let me bite that. That's where the bone is supposed to be. I mean, it tastes nothing like it looks. It looks a lot like fried chicken. It just tastes like vanilla ice cream with some sort of a crispy coating. Corn flakes or waffle cone or something like that. It's not bad. It's interesting. The bone is a nice touch. You get that, it has a bone texture to it. That's cool. I would say flavor-wise, it's maybe a bit of a letdown because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the flavor of it, but spending $11 on 3 of them, and the look of it is so interesting, but then the taste is a little bit on the generic side. Looks interesting, tastes generic. It's a novelty, and I'm glad I tried it out. But next up, and last but not least in this taste test video, we have the Drumstick Red, White, and Blueberry, which is a promotion with WWE and Cody Rhodes, son of the late Dusty Rhodes, who I watched when I was a kid. That's how old I am. Now, this is supposed to be a limited edition collaboration. Features strawberry frozen dessert, blueberry sauce core, and a white confectionery coating with crispy rice pieces. I believe this is only available at Walmart for a limited time. Let's check one of these out here. I think I paid about $5 for a 4-pack. They all look a little bit, I don't know, on the broken side. I'm trying to find the least broken looking of the 4. I'd say this is the least broken looking. They look like Cody may have done a full body slam on them. Do they still do full body slams? I don't know. I'm old pulling this out. And this one looks a little bit on the cracked side too. They're all kind of cracked. Does it matter? Maybe not. So on the packaging it says blueberry sauce wrapped in sweet strawberry topped with a white confectionery coating and rice crisps. So this should be very layered here. Let's just take a bite of this and see what we got, because it doesn't really look so impressive. The chicken looked impressive, didn't taste interesting. This might be the opposite. Here we go. All right, first up I got the strawberry and the white coating and the crisp. I haven't got anything else yet. We do have strawberry ice cream inside though, so we're making our way to the center. I gotta keep eating. I'm still working towards the center. All I've got is strawberry and the white coating so far. Is that the first signs of blueberry? Hopefully. I got the red and the white, I'm waiting for the blueberry. Right now, it's just a strawberry drumstick. Uh-oh, we've discovered a hidden gem now. There it is. I mean, it's there. There's just not a lot of it. The taste isn't real prominent so far. I might have to keep eating all the way down. I wasn't planning on eating this entire thing, but I've eaten all the ice cream off the top, and I'm just now getting to the blueberry part. When you get the blueberry sauce, it's pretty good. It's a nice combination. The strawberry, the white coating, blueberry sauce, pretty good. There just isn't enough of that blueberry sauce. I'm pretty far into this, and I haven't got that much of it. It's mostly just a little bit of a hint right there. It seems like they should have about twice as much. Well, that was my lunch for the day. So as far as the ice creams go, I think that the fried chicken ice cream is kind of a novelty. It's kind of generic tasting, but it looks cool. The drumstick promotion, I think it's almost there. If they added a little bit more blueberry, maybe it was just the one I got, but I feel like the blueberry should just be up to just a little bit. Flavor-wise, it's pretty good, but I was always wanting a little more blueberry and never really got it. And with that, I think I'm gonna go rest for a little bit. That's a lot of sugar for me. Luckily, it's early, so I have the rest of the day to recover. I ain't gonna make it. Sugar crash coming in. 3, 2. I'm coming out of my post-nap coma right now. You know, the more I've been drinking that zero sugar version of the Dirty Mountain Dew, the less I like it. I don't really like it that much. It gets worse the more I drink it. The regular one is so much better. Usually there's not that much of a divide between the two. This time there is. You know, earlier I was kind of thinking about most overplayed songs in history. And you know, it's funny, the 4 ones I came up with were actually from movie soundtracks. Tell me if you agree here. In the 70s, the most overplayed song was You Lie of My Life by Debbie Boone. I believe that was from a movie. Either that or a movie was made from the song, one of the two. Anyways, it was movie adjacent. Then you had I Will Always Love You from The Bodyguard. Sorry, Whitney. The song was way overplayed. Not long after that, of course, you had My Heart Goes On from the Titanic, which most people never want to hear again. And then for the younger crowd, there's Let It Go from Frozen, I believe. I haven't heard that one as much as the others, and I already don't want to hear it again. What are my omissions? What movie soundtrack songs have been horribly played over the years? Because those are the 4 I came up with. well, that's about it for yet another day. Another day in the books. And it's still windy. Windy all day. Not a fan. But one thing that's kind of struck me in recent years is how much sugar just saps my energy. It just makes me tired. It just wrecks me. I don't remember being like that when I was younger. Maybe I just didn't realize it. If sugar affects you like that, let me know what you guys think. But I'm going to call it a day right here. I should point out there's a few new viewers over from Freaking Reviews that have joined this weekend. So welcome to all of you. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.